Hi, I'm John Giesick, and welcome to C-Suite Sherpa podcast, where we shine a spotlight on business experts and resources. Today, we have a special guest, Lisza Crisalle, the business strategist and CMO at What Works Academy. Lisza, welcome. Tell us about your business and what you do.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. My husband and I have been in business over 21 years. A lot of people call us the OGs. We've been in this online space a long time. But What Works Academy specifically, we work with entrepreneurs and business owners to help them streamline and simplify business operations in an all-in-one platform. We provide support and guidance.
Tell me about some customers you work with. What's your ideal customer profile? Who can you help the most?
Great questions. We come from the health, nutrition, and mental wellness space. My husband's a registered dietitian. My background is in exercise physiology. We were really focused on working with health professionals. That was the primary audience. However, about 6 years ago, that began to change as we developed and built out our agency. Our clients were saying, "This is so cool what you do. Can you help so and so?" And we're like, "Of course we can." So we started getting referred to speakers and coaches in business owners, outside of health professionals, but we do have chiropractors, doctors, and concierge doctors as well. Now it's evolved into online and brick and mortar businesses because we have the ability to help both. It's not that we want to work with everybody, but as long as we can help solve their problem, that is the main thing. What we do is we say it's not as much, there's certain industries we won't touch, but it's more about what is the problem that they're having, and we can help solve that and give them a solution. That's more important than the actual industry that they're in. It's amazing when you go from, we've been online since 2003, been around a long time. It used to be you had to piecemeal your business together, right? You had a program for this and a program for that. It was driving us crazy, especially for someone not tech focused. They have 5, 10, sometimes 25 different programs and softwares that they have to log into to get them to communicate with each other, trying to figure out that quagmire or spaghetti bowl. And we help clean all that up.
That's a great analogy, Lisza. I appreciate that. When your clients come to you, what's the most common presenting problem that they're coming with? They're calling you up and saying, "Lisza, I really need help with this." What is that?
It is usually that they are frustrated with having too many different resources and areas to log in to run their business. A CRM, a calendar program, a survey program, a scheduling program, courses and memberships. They got all these different things, and they have to get that information to communicate with each other. They tell us they're frustrated because they literally have to figure out, well, how do I get the information from here? How can I have this all in one? And that's why we call this your all-in-one command central, because you go into one place and see every single transaction and action a prospect client has taken, every email opened, link clicked, document signed. It's all associated with the contact and in one place.
That sounds amazing, Lisza.
It changes businesses.
Especially if you're working in the smaller business space, probably 2 to 5 million, where there's a dozen people accessing information that
Yes.
need certain parts, and there's multiple contributors to the data in the program. That's got to be priceless.
Yeah. So that's why we take them from frustration and overwhelm to confidence, clarity, and profits. It's about streamlining it, automating as much as possible, because there's so many actions and activities that can be automated that most business owners aren't aware of. It takes them out of running the business and being able to do what it is that they love most and serve their clients and their people.
They want to be in front of the people. They don't want to be in front of the computer.
Right.
Yeah. Lisza, in your industry, what do you predict is going to be the biggest challenge over the next 2 to 5 years?
Everyone's talking about AI. AI is a big thing. I actually love AI. And what I think the challenge that most business owners, they're afraid of AI. And part of what we do is help them understand how AI can be their ally. It helps us be better and do better. And it also helps us streamline and make things easier. I'll give you a great example. I hate writing copy. It's not my thing. If I had to start with a blank page, I'm stuck. So I utilize AI. I'm a great editor. AI is my starting place, right? I use AI to get ideas flowing. For me, it's so much easier, right? I'm a much better editor. I have literally found my happy place with AI. I use voice AI all the time. It talks to me like my staff, and we get stuff done. It's all about getting things done and boom, and move on. And so I would say coming up, I know people are nervous about AI, worried about losing jobs, but when you learn how to utilize it as your ally in business, it's actually an amazing tool that helps us create more, right? Be able to do more in less time. And that's always a win-win.
Absolutely. If you could get people over that initial fear, I mean, it is fear. I mean, there's people, I might even throw myself on that boat that are scared of that technology, like it's going to take over everything. If you could teach us how to harness that as an ally or a time saver, I am just like you, Lisa. Put a blank page in front of me
Uh,
and I'll stare at it for hours.
Absolutely. Can I give you another example of how
Yeah,
powerful
please.
this is? One of our clients owns a pizza restaurant. The AI has literally changed his business. He goes through employees like crazy, right? This has been a game changer for him because what he's done is he's created an AI employee that handles all of the phones, all of the phones. So a call comes in literally 24/7. Think about this. They never sleep, they never get tired, they never get sick, they don't have a bad attitude. People call in and they'll ask questions. Do you have gluten free? Does the pizza have pineapples? Whatever those questions are. And the AI handles it automatically. So they don't have to keep retraining their employees that are there making a pizza. If they're making a pizza, they shouldn't be answering phones. He utilizes AI to handle all the incoming calls, all the questions, all the things. When they're ready to place their order, the AI employee says, hold on just a moment, transfers the call, and then there's a live person to take the order.
That's phenomenal.
Changer.
Love it. That's phenomenal.
So that's how wonderful this is. There's less to be scared about.
You're calming my nerves.
Okay.
Now I'm excited about it. Now I feel left out.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm making it harder than it should be.
Well, it's about thinking differently, right? It's just a different thought process in approaching it. So it's kind of like if you can't, what is it? They can't beat them,
You
join
can't
them,
beat them, join
right?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Empower us.
Lisa, do you want to give us an example of one of your recent or most successful clients and what was their presenting problem and how you helped them get through that?
We actually just brought on a pretty big client who has a very successful business. They've had a lot of staff members helping them put these things together. This is a classic example of a business with a huge bowl of spaghetti that needs to be straightened out. We came in, we've gone back and forth on a bunch of calls. We literally just closed the deal this past week. And we kept going back and forth with them, helping them and ease the concern, like, are we really going to be able to straighten everything out? It's just taking a deep dive into their business, understanding core functions, core areas. What can we automate, clean up, and then get everything to communicate together? So that's a little different type of a client than we normally have because this is more of a clean up and streamline to get their automations working beautifully so they don't have to worry about staff members kind of coming in and changing things, and they literally have a mess that we're straightening out. That's our latest one. And again, these guys have a phenomenal business. They train owners of home healthcare facilities, and they have an incredible business all across the country. And then they have a huge number of clients on there. And so we had to make sure that their systems worked for them internally, but then or also be able to streamline for their number of clients. It's a fascinating project for my husband and I because we get to clean it all up. But traditionally, most of our clients are sort of coming in and saying, all right, this is what I have. We take their different accounts, move the process into one space and help them eliminate 10, 12 different monthly expenses. And that's another thing. We can help them cut costs substantially because it's an all-in-one bundle price every month. Most people, when they do an audit of all the different programs and softwares that they're running, they come up and like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I'm still paying money on this one that I've had for like 10 years and I don't even use it. And so all of a sudden they're getting aware. We want them to be aware of the components of their business, what's most important, what do they need, and then what do they not need? What can we help eliminate? And how can we stream everything down to keep it all simplified? So that's why I'm a strategist. I
Yeah.
love to strategize.
Yeah, that's great. It reminds me of that commercial where the guy asked the person, you know how many subscriptions you have? And they say three, and actually they have 19.
Huh? Right, because
So
it's just
It happens in
Automatically
corporate
get
too.
billed. Automatically get billed. They don't even pay attention to it. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I just canceled all these things. I saved like $300 a month.
That's the gym membership model. We don't want you to come, just pay.
We helped one of our clients save over $2,500. For her, it was enormous just to make the transition because she was getting charged per contact and she had 380,000 contacts.
Wow.
It's big savings for her.
All right, Lisa, let's take a couple minutes and let people get to know you a little bit on a personal level. We're going to go through a little bit of lightning round. Just to break the ice, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
How about
Coffee all
cats
day
or
long.
dogs?
I'm sorry.
Cats or dogs?
We babysit our friends' dogs.
If I made you pick one, you're going to say dog.
I love all animals, but dogs.
Thanks, Lisa. I don't know if you know, but there's a zombie apocalypse coming.
Okay.
What are you grabbing?
So if I had a dog, it would be my dog.
Of course,
It would be
an
my dog.
animal. You said.
It would be an animal. The only other animal is my husband, so I'd grab him.
I'm sure he appreciates that. How about a favorite quote or a saying that resonated with you? Maybe you got printed off, hanging up somewhere.
I actually have it here. Hold on. There we go. If you feel like giving up because you're not seeing results, remember this. The last thing to grow on a fruit tree is the fruit.
That's cool. I
So
need that reminder too.
yeah,
More patience than anything.
it's about staying focused and being consistent. Because
That's great.
sometimes we don't see immediately the payoff from the work we're doing.
What about if you get a chance to sit down on the couch in front of the TV? What's on TV? What are you watching?
It has to be something funny. I don't do scary movies. They're too stressful. I need to laugh. Our evenings are usually something light. I will say the go-to when I'm cooking dinner is usually the Big Bang Theory. Theirs is brilliant. We do Netflix things, but usually it's something light and then we're reading or whatever.
Tell me something that was on your bucket list that you already accomplished, and tell me something that's still left that you know you're going to nail.
So it's always travel related. We just did our bucket list, spent 18 days in the Mediterranean this past September. It was the trip of a lifetime. We have the travel bug big time. Our goal is to travel internationally more. Now that we've been in the Mediterranean, we want to go back because it was fantastic. It will probably be either Europe or Australia.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. All right,
Yeah.
let's bring it home. So, share one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome to get the success you're having now and a lesson you learned from it.
Awesome. I love this question because we've been in business for 21 years and it has been an entrepreneur's journey for sure. It's not for the lighthearted. It takes an immense commitment and risk assessment. We survived the 2008, 2009 economy crash. We had a 9,700 square foot brick and mortar facility in Orange County, California, quite a big nut every month, and we were crushing it until all that happened. And 98% of our client base was in the real estate, Orange County. It's all realtors and brokers. We lost everything almost within 1 month. We ended up moving everything into our home office. We have literally been online since 2003, but we have been virtual since 2009. When we moved everything online, it positioned us to really expand and work globally. When 2020 happened, we were positioned well because we were working with our clients, and part of the coaching work that we do was helping them prepare for a recession. I didn't know what that recession was going to look like, but we knew it was coming. Didn't plan for it to be a pandemic. We had our clients positioned, be online to easily scale their businesses. So we grew during the recession. We didn't have to change anything other than not leaving the house. Because of that, we were just going with the flow. That was one of the biggest lessons. We help our clients work through and understand, when times change, there's certain ways to prepare yourself. And that's part of, in our coaching program, we have a proprietary process to understand where they're at in the business cycle so that they're positioned properly for no matter what's coming forward. So there's a lot, associated with that. Just being positioned and knowing that we can survive anything. We've thrived through big economic downturns during our business cycle.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't hear a lot of stories like that. You made the best of it and grew. You had a pre-COVID, test run, and you were ready to go. That's fantastic, Lisa.
Yeah,
People are going to be watching the video. What's the best way for them to reach out to you?
I'm on all the socials. I spell my name a little different, Lizza. Facebook is generally the fastest for Messenger, but I have in Instagram, I have a link in bio that has direct access to me as well.
That's great, Lisa. I appreciate you sharing today. Great to meet you. Let's connect soon.
That was fun. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it.